evening and thanks for joining us. You're on to Issues and Society. I am Zainab Ubitin. As we continue to discuss issues bedeviling the power sector in Nigeria, joining me this morning is the Managing Director and Chief Executive of Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company. Join us again after the break.
With an ever-evolving society, there are everyday issues in the marketplace, in government, in our social lives, even in our homes. Issues and Society brings these happenings to you. Join us on this station. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call 081 100 00712, or better still, follow us on our social media handles.
Hello and thanks for joining us. You're on to Issues and Society, and my name is Zainab Ubitin. In continuation with our special TV discourse on the power sector in Nigeria, joining me on the program this morning is Managing Director and Chief Executive of Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company, the person of Dr. Benson Uwheru. Doctor, you're welcome on the program.
Thank you, Zainab.
Thank you for granting us audience.
Pleasure,
Can you give us a brief background of Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company?
Thank you very much, and greetings to the viewers and listeners of this program. My name is Dr. Benson Uwheru, MD CEO of Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company. Our head office is in Port Harcourt, which is the headquarters of our capital city of Rivers State, and we operate across 4 states: Cross River, Bayelsa, and Akwa Ibom. Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company was founded on the 1st of November 2013, following the privatization of the federal government, which led to the unbundling of PACN, which was formerly NEPA. And that unbundling led to the investment by core investors to now privatize the DISCO, in addition to other 10, which is now making 11 DISCOs in Nigeria. And that's a summary of the DISCO. Our vision is to be the #1 electricity distribution company in Nigeria across our chosen markets. Our core values are teamwork, reliability, integrity, customer service, and excellence.
All right, okay. You just joined the organization recently. How has the experience been so far?
The experience so far has been interesting. It's a mixed bag, coming from the consulting world, which is largely private sector, coming into the power sector, which is a quasi public-private sector, experience. It's been quite challenging, I must say, because the business of power is a business that requires the participation, collaboration of all critical stakeholders, from our employees to our customers, to our regulators, to the core investors, to the federal government, all hands on deck. But I must say that the restructuring by the federal government was timely and was designed to achieve specific objectives. One of the key objectives is to return the company into solvency and liquidity, to also protect the interests of the investors of the company, to preserve the values of the mandate, which is the distribution of power to customers. Power for all is a key mandate for which we are fully persuaded. And what we've done is to focus on improving supply of power to our customers across our franchise area. Of course, we are also interested in enhancing our infrastructure, our network assets, our transformers, our feeders, and all the critical infrastructure that enable power to get to consumers, either corporates or SMEs or consumers, anyone who uses power.
All right, so tell us about the uniqueness of your service delivery.
Our service delivery is driven by our core values. One of the key value statements which we continue to share with customers and with all relevant stakeholders is that we are a team that works with reliability and integrity towards providing quality customer service with excellence. Now, when you rehash that statement, what it tells you that as a company, we believe that the sum of all of us is greater than each individual. So we must band together. We are a team. We work with reliability. What it means is that we are consistent, we are dependable, we are honest. And integrity. Integrity speaks to professionalism. Our word is our bond. And then, of course, to provide quality customer service, we believe that our customers are the reason why we're in business. Without power distribution, the customers do not have an experience. What we have done is to say, let us go beyond just satisfying the customer. Let's give them an experience. So we have a 24-hour call center dedicated to resolving customer complaints, customer challenges, and ensuring that in a timely manner, our customers have the experience that leaves them with a sense of loyalty to Phed. And of course, excellence is a way of life for us now. And these are the values that drive our service delivery. And for us, really, a delighted customer who has power would always continue to remain your partner. Okay? And what we have decided to do was to also upgrade our delivery channels across the 4 states, okay, which is our customer service centers. And from time to time, we have opened up all the lines, hotlines through which customers can reach us. And then complaints are resolved. As MD CEO, customers reach me directly. We've unbundled, the entire value chain and, ensure that customers have direct access through which they can engage with the leadership of the company and as with employees. And that's exactly how it has been.
All right, thank you, sir. In specific terms, how many states does your organization cover?
We are currently in 4 states, particularly River State, being the headquarters of our head office. We are in Akwa Ibom State, we are in Cross River, and we are in Bayelsa State. So these are the 4 states where we operate Port Harcourt Disco.
Okay. Estimated billing has been a major challenge in the power sector. What is the present position here in Port Harcourt distribution company?
Thank you for that question. Estimated billing is one of the key areas where we are paying attention to. And it's as a result of the lack of metering of customers. So when customers are not metered, their bills are estimated. In fact, there's a new order from NERC which also now caps the estimated billing. So capping order implies that you cannot bill customers beyond a certain amount for energy consumed. So with that order, what it means is that the regulators have pegged specific amounts for which you can bill customers. And you'll agree with me that what it means that if customers use energy, because they are capped, the capping does not reflect the consumption. So and that way, the company suffers loss, revenue loss. So customers also have concerns regarding overbilling. And that is as a result of the fact that the meters are not available to estimate the consumption for which they have used. So to solve estimated billing, what we have decided to do is to embark on aggressive metering. And because of these challenges with metering, because it's capital intensive, the federal government, in its wisdom, implemented the National Mass Metering Program, through which customers have access to free meters. Also, the meter asset providers, MAPs, have also been introduced through vendor financing program to meter customers who are on estimated bills. And we are seeing a marked improvement in that strategy through the MAPs. What we have decided to do was to also now have an allocation for every month where we focus on metering customers using a MAP program, and of course waiting on the federal government NMMP program, which is the National Mass Metering Program. So metering is the solution to estimated billing. But in the absence of estimated billing, what we do is to ensure that bills are a true reflection of consumption. And customers also have the right to challenge and to engage with us to say, look, this bill you're giving me is not a true reflection of my consumption. So in some cases, energy audit is done to, assess, what appliances are in the location and the customer's premise, and how often they are used. And of course, the implication in terms of revenue for the use of those energy. So we have opened a channel through which customers can engage, confront the company with either concerns regarding the estimated bills that they have, especially if it's not a reflection of their consumption.
Right, if I heard you correctly, you said something like the meters, free meter, that you were giving free meters to consumers. Then I heard you say again that some that are not able to afford the meter. Please, I want you to explain that.
So what I mentioned was that the metering program implemented by the federal government, which is the National Mass Metering Program, is designed to give free meters to customers. Okay, so that is what the National Mass Metering Program is for. And the NMMP phase 0 was successful. It was implemented here and it was very successful. What we are waiting for now is the phase 1. Okay, and in that phase 1, we have an allocation as a company. Our expectation is to use our allocation from the federal government NMP program to meter those customers that are on estimated billing. But on the flip side is that customers also have a window to procure meters, because the allocation of the mass metering program is not sufficient. So what is encouraged is that customers who have need for meters can walk up to the disco and procure the meters. Another intervention which we have implemented is financing, to say, look, you can get a soft loan from the bank and pay over a period. That way you do not feel the impacts of the meter procurement. So vendor financing is also part of the arrangements we are putting in place for those who do not have the National Mass Metering Program opportunity.
Yeah. Another major challenge facing the power sector is power theft. How is that being addressed here in Port Harcourt Distribution Company?
Power theft is it's a global problem. It's a global problem, and it's here with us as well. And a couple of things to reflect on when you talk about power theft. There's a case of collusion where some of our staff collude with third parties to bypass our meters, to steal energy. There's also power theft arising from vandalization of our infrastructure, our assets, our transformers, our cables, our poles. And these are some of the peculiar, realities and challenges that we have to face. And I want to use this medium to appeal to all stakeholders within the sector that the issue and the incessant rise in power theft is a bane to our mandate of distributing power. And therefore, all hands must be on deck. We must all come together to address this menace. We must implement necessary sanctions to help us reduce the incessant rise in power theft. Okay? And this is a clarion call to all relevant stakeholders. I also want to mention that for us in Port Harcourt Disco, we have now resorted to the use of technology in addressing power theft, as well as the boots on ground. So the meters that we now implement are smart meters. So with smart metering, you are able to identify power theft or energy loss. Where a meter is bypassed, you can easily detect it. And then our revenue protection team will now engage with the customer involved in that energy theft. So using technology, using smart metering, we also have what we call meter data management system, MDMS, which is able to read, meters and not to store data. And that data is used, to do some analysis, in terms of the usage and the potential loss of revenue as a result of the bypass or energy theft, as it were. And of course, the boots on ground, which is revenue protection team, now follow up to recover. So the mandate is protect, detect, and recover. So this is a reality that we have to deal with. It's a major challenge, I must tell you.
Since what has been your landmark achievement since you resumed office, and what is behind that feat? I want to share it with us.
Thank you. This is not the point where I want to blow the trumpet, but like someone said, if you have a trumpet, why do you have one? Use it. But I want to start by saying that our biggest achievement is our workforce, our employees. Our employees have been super committed and motivated. And for whatever result we have achieved, it has been largely due to the quality of workforce, the team. We say we are a team that works with reliability and integrity towards providing quality customer service with excellence. That value statement has been so embedded into the DNA of our staff, and the culture is now a true reflection. So one of the biggest achievements we've recorded is a shift in culture. A culture of teamwork, a culture of reliability, a culture of integrity, customer service, and excellence. For me, that is one of the biggest achievements. And following the redesign and remodeling of our core values, which is TRICE, T-R-I-C-E, which I just rehashed, teamwork, reliability, integrity, customer service, and excellence. Every other manifested result you have seen is built on the foundational principles of TRICE. Following the remodeling of our core values, we further went to now standardize our procedures and processes. We've now standardized our policies, our procedures. There's a way to do things. A standard of excellence has now been embedded across the disco. And that led to the improved revenues. In the history of the disco, for the first time, we attained a landmark milestone of 5.2 billion in revenue collection, which has never been achieved. And this happened in just 2 months upon resumption.
Tell us a bit about yourself, your school, family, your best sports, and then you are now putting this fight for Port Harcourt distribution company. How do you unwind?
Thank you. My name is Dr. Benson Uwheru, and I'm a graduate of accounting from Delta State University. I have a Master's of Science degree in risk management insurance. I'm a corporate governance specialist. I started my career in a company called HPSM Associates, with a consulting company where I was involved in risk consulting. And of course, that made me offer services in the financial services industry. Following that, I joined Deloitte, which is one of the big four accounting firms, and continued to do risk consulting as well. And then, of course, that now led me into the world of corporate governance as well. So, following, series of engagements, it was need for me to also now expand my horizon in the financial services, and that led me to Ernst & Young, where I rose to become a partner, and also the banking and capital market sector leader for West Africa in EY, and which was a wonderful experience, by the way, because that was my last assignment before I joined the power sector. It's important to also note that I'm a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, and of course, a fellow of the American Academy of Financial Management, and it's been quite an interesting experience for me. I love playing squash, and of course, I love playing football and watching football as well, and those are the sports. I'm happily married to my wife, my best friend, and we are blessed with two wonderful children, Efe and Runo. My wife is a wonderful woman who has been very supportive, and the reason why I am where I am today largely is due to the support I received from her. So, just to say thank you, and thank you to the kids for always being supportive. I love traveling. I love socializing. I love music. I'm the music man. Anything good music, it's my hobby. But it appears these days I'm more into the classics, which is my pastime, what I find doing. I just want to say that it's a small world after all, and therefore we must always realize that we do not exist for ourselves only. So I always tell people, make impact wherever you can and contribute to your own quota in making the world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Uwheru. And that's Dr. Uwheru on the program. The program is to continue.
With an ever-evolving society, there are everyday issues in the marketplace, in government, in our social lives, even in our homes. Issues and Society brings these happenings to you. Join us on this station. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call 081-100-00712, or better still, follow us on our social media handles.
Welcome back. You will agree with me that it takes two to tango. Let's ensure that the federal government's efforts for a sustainable and reliable electricity supply is achieved. Let's do it again same time next week. I am Zainab Uwheru. Should you miss our today's broadcast, you can join the conversation on our social media platform. Have a wonderful weekend.